Ladies and gentlemen, ThankYou here. Welcome to the daily update. Hope you guys had a good day trading today. Market is down about 0.7% there. On the S&P at 0.9%, semiconductor 2.5%, Dow, Russell 2000, transport, banks, biotech, home builders, utilities, retail. These guys are red today. Looks like energy, healthcare, emerging market are the only sectors with green numbers. Bitcoin, gold, silver, miners are up, dollar down, oil up, treasury bond down. VIX is pretty much flat there. Let's stick with S&P 500 ETF. Spider! 65-minute chart here. So this is what we closed yesterday. And it looks like we saw a down gap this morning, and this is not a good news for the buyers because you can see when bears gapped it down this morning here, that was a level where we gapped it up. So now this entire thing is an island top here, and with that, things are looking so much murkier today than yesterday. So you can see first hour, second hour, third hour, we found support at 387 pivot. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to zoom out a little later. You'll see. And you can see my long-term moving average residing in this vicinity right here. So bulls put up some courage to bring the price back up. And on that fourth hour, we got above the micro term, and bulls got up and trying to fill that down gap as much as possible. They did not fill the entirety of that down gap, and that's gonna cost the bulls going into tomorrow. So as you can see right here, I have the midterm moving average, which we talked about yesterday, that I've been, acting as an important pivot here. And bulls need to hold that with that down gap. That midterm moving average is now supporting the bears. The presence of the midterm moving average is felt on that fifth hour with that down gap. As you can see, bulls were not able to advance on that sixth hour. We fell back down. We're right on the micro term and the long-term moving average. So things, this sentiment shifted very, very quickly. It looked as though bulls got everything kind of going for them for a while. And with this two-day downturn, now with that island top gap here, and with the midterm moving average now seemingly supporting the sellers here, things are starting to look a lot worse for the bulls, and bears are trying to find some momentum here. Right now, though, we're dealing with the important pivot of 387, 385. Remember, bulls had to work about a month or so to get this base going, and that's a nice breakout, made a run for it, filled this down gap. So they did everything right. It just bears had so much more defense power here just because they got so much momentum from 2022. Bulls were not able to hold some of these pivotal levels. So now we're here at 387, 385. Looks like that long-term moving average trying to find support the bulls here. So that long-term moving average right now, as you can see, did act as resistance. That long-term moving average is this line right here. You see that thick light blue line right here. That long-term moving average, it wants to favor the bulls and coinciding with that 387 level. So what the bulls need to do, they need to not only get up and fill this down gap that opened this morning, they need to reclaim the midterm and the short term. That means it needs to get above 392 to get that momentum back. If not, bears are going to attack 387, 385, which is going to be very, very important level for the bulls hold. That if those levels are broken, we do have a rising uptrend support right here that comes all the way from late December. That's about 384 or so. So bulls do have some weapons they can battle against the bears. It's just that momentum right now, it favors the sellers. Let's check out that oscillator. So for what it's worth, it looks like the oscillator do see that cross. It's not gonna mean a whole lot right now. because it's just kind of the initial stage. We did see that oscillator putting it all the way to the bottom of its band. We did hit that extreme oversold. Bears are really flexing their muscle here right now, gaining a lot of confidence, and bulls are lost a lot of that momentum after that bearish divergence that has formed just a couple nights ago. So now, what bears want to do, because we did see the initial cross, what they want to do, they want to keep that oscillator flat and keep that oscillator to the low to the ground and move it sideways, right? And they can possibly get that, you know what I'm saying, price to continue to drop lower. Obviously, bulls want to see that oscillator bounce right back up and see that full cross. And in that process, want to reclaim that mid-term and the short-term and fill that down gap. So this is an important level for both bulls and bears. It's a make or break level, I think, for both bulls and bears. Bears could potentially steal that momentum and bring it down to 378 if they can break some of this important 387, 385, 384 level. Bulls can potentially get their momentum back if they can get 391, 392 to the upside. I'm going to come back for you. We'll reassess the situation. Enjoy your evening. Go train tomorrow.